Now on Nightside, police believe they're close to tracking Travis Decker, the father accused of murdering his 3 young daughters. The latest in this investigation.
Another day of record highs today, but now I'm tracking a cooling trend in the first alert forecast.
And fire season is starting early. What the Spokane Fire Department wants you to know to protect yourself and your family. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. I'm Derek Dice. New information in the search for Travis Decker, the Wenatchee father accused of killing his 3 daughters, 9-year-old Peyton, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 5-year-old Olivia. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office sharing today that it believes Decker may have been spotted near Kolchuk Lake. This is in the Blewett Pass area. The Sheriff's Office says it acted on a tip of an unprepared hiker who was seen in the area. They flew a helicopter near Kolchuk Lake where that hiker ran from sight as it passed over. Tracking teams picked up a trail in that area and tracked the hiker to an area of the Ingalls Creek trailhead off of Highway 97. Police believe this hiker could be Decker, and they urge everyone living in the area to lock all doors and vehicles on your property. If you see anything suspicious or believe you see Decker, call the Chelan County Sheriff's Office tip line, leave a tip online, or dial 911. As we follow this investigation, you can find all of our updates on KXOY.com and on the KXOY 4 News Now app as well. Well, 1 person was shot and killed in Kettle Falls tonight, according to the Stevens County Sheriff's Office. That shooting happened on Old Kettle Road, just a few blocks west of Kettle Falls High School. Police say there is no danger to the public, but Old Kettle Road will remain closed for the foreseeable future until the scene is investigated. Record high temperatures and no rain create dangerous fire conditions across the Spokane area early in this fire season. Firefighters say they're battling 1 to 3 fires daily, as even small sparks can threaten entire neighborhoods. This morning, an unattended grill at a homeless camp sparked a brush fire in Latah Valley near Highway 195. The fire could have spread to hundreds of homes on the South Hill.
Saw in LA, you get fire on the ground, you get some winds, and fire carries pretty quickly and covered quite, some great distances.
The fire officials ask you to call 911 when you see smoke. They also recommend you prepare evacuation plans now. Spokane Fire emphasizes staying alert and reporting suspicious activity as the region enters fire season. In addition to evacuation plans, according to readyforwildfires.org, you should also have a go bag. It should include a 3-day supply of food and water, a change of clothes, and important documents like your birth certificates and passports. All right, Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joining me now, and thankfully there hasn't been any need for those go bags just yet.
No, and we have some cooler weather on the way, but also breezy conditions. Let's take a look at your first alert forecast. And for starters, an updated record high temperature today. We've made it up to 92 today. Our average high is 72. 90 was the old record set back in 1934, and at least on one other date previous to that, 20 degrees above average. Will be a little bit cooler tomorrow. Meanwhile, around the region, it was 92 in Coeur d'Alene, 98 degrees today in Lewiston. Did make it into the triple digits in the Tri-Cities, and 90 degrees in Colville, Bonners Ferry, as well as Sandpoint. Tomorrow's high temperatures will be in the 80s and 90s. A lot more 80s on the map from Pullman up through St. Mary's and Coeur d'Alene, Sandpoint and Bonners Ferry. 85 in Spokane, 93 in Grand Coulee and Moses Lake, but right around the Spokane area, no sign of 90s. 88 in downtown, 9 Mile and Meade, the warmest spots on the map right around the Spokane area. Your Wednesday planner, it is not going to be a bright sunshiny day. Clouds streaming up from the south and breezy conditions in the afternoon. Those clouds are in association with some moisture that's going to trigger some showers and thunderstorms in some of the mountain areas. I'll tell you more about that and about a red flag warning for the Western Basin in just a few minutes, Derek.
Well, as we just discussed, wildfire season is approaching, and for one local family, memories of last year's destruction remain fresh. The Grove Road fire swept through southwest Spokane almost 1 year ago to date, destroying one family's private wildfire fighting business. Charred remains still cover the property at Chiwak Fire. The private business was almost completely destroyed in the Grove Road fire. Todd Graves and his daughter Emily lost 4 of their 6 engines, their shop, and all of the company's records. Despite the loss, Graves continued fighting wildfires last season using whatever gear survived.
I've been a wildland firefighter since 1978, and so it's definitely in my blood.
Now, Graves is rebuilding from the ground up. He's now back to 4 engines and reconstructing his shop. The family uses a 5th wheel as an office, but says they're ready for this fire season. And their message is clear. This company is rebuilding and ready to help when resources are needed. Well, what if your kid only had to go to school 4 days a week? For the majority of schools in Idaho, this is now the norm. In Kellogg, they tell us it's meant happier kids, less stress, and a school community that finally feels like it's working together. The Kellogg School District made the switch after noticing a need to slow down how the district approaches education. Now, after a year of testing out this approach, it's seeing its student attendance improve and teacher retention double.
They're able to slow down a little bit, and they're able to, you have a longer day, and you have, we have the same amount of hours. We're just doing it in 4 days.
Now, the district has decided to continue the 4-day school week schedule next year, as teachers say it has completely transformed the atmosphere of the school. While long-term research on the impacts of this system is unclear, Superintendent Lance Pearson believes the district is thriving and in a better mental state. 76 Idaho school districts are projected to use the 4-day week next year, accounting for 66% of the districts in the state. Summer vacation is just a few days away for districts throughout the inland Northwest. In fact, the last day of school in Post Falls is tomorrow. The last day for Spokane Public Schools is 1 week from today. Allison Martinez shares some of the changes this past school year brought and how it will impact your kids moving forward.
2 of the biggest changes the district has this year are a district-wide cell phone ban and the introduction of Engage in Real Life. Now, both of these work together to get kids unplugged from their phones and connected with their peers. Passing period at Glover Middle School looks like this. When the bell rings, it's time to catch up with friends, not on your TikTok feed.
It's probably been the most significant change I've seen in kids in the 22 years that I've been a principal.
The cell phone ban works in tandem with Engage IRL, a citywide initiative to get kids more involved in activities and sports. Now, both have been in place for 1 full school year, and the district says it's already seeing the effects.
When I first came to Glover, 24% of our kids were actively engaged in some sort of a club, a sport, or activity. This year, almost the end of the year, we're up to almost 80%. So 4 out of every 5 kids walking through the hall has participated in at least 1 club and activity.
District-wide, across all grade levels, the district reports a 36% increase in involvement. The shift made way for new clubs like Falcon Cheer. Students like 12-year-old cheer captain Kiki are taking full advantage.
Also, when I came here, we got the option of so many other clubs, and my mom was like, oh, she's gonna love these.
Educators say the biggest takeaway is that kids are acting like kids again, and school is a better place because of it.
It's opening up and kind of being like a tree and like spreading it, growing your leaves, opening your branches. It's really fun.
To find out how you can keep your kids engaged all summer long, you can visit our website, kxly.com, and find our Get Outside guide. There, you'll find free family-friendly activities. Reporting in Spokane, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
And with more kids engaged in activities in school this year, Spokane Public Schools says it wants to build on that success. Its next goal is making sure students are getting enough sleep and coming to school well rested. This is a problem the district says it's noticing students of all ages, and it's impacting their performance in class.
We consistently hear from kids, even elementary age, that they're going to bed past 12, 1 o'clock. I think it's reasonable to assume that they're on a screen is the reason they're not going to bed.
With summer and more free time around the corner, it's never too early to start developing these healthy habits. Experts recommend creating screen-free zones in your home, establishing a bedtime routine, and having parents model bedtime and screen-free behavior in front of their kids. As the school year is coming to a close, you may be looking for affordable activities for you and your family. Spokane Public Schools Engage in Real Life program that Allison was just talking about doesn't just provide activities for students during the school year. It also helps connect kids with programs in the summertime when they need it most.
We really want to make sure that we make the process of registration, finding that just right activity, we want to make that as seamless as possible for our families. We know they're busy, they're juggling lots of things, and we want them to have that information so that every kid every day is engaged in something.
Now, coding camps and cupcake decorating are just some of the activities SPS is offering this summer through its Engage IRL program. All right, still ahead here on Nightside, the protests in LA over immigration raids continue. Governor Gavin Newsom's reaction and the digital distress sign parents should watch out for in their kids.
Pick of the night tonight is from our friend Andra Derrickson. She captured this stunning image while hiking up to the Vista House on Mount Spokane. Beautiful sunset. Thank you, Andra, for sharing that gorgeous blue sky moment. I will be back with your 7-day forecast after the break.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+. 4 News Now is brought to you by R&R RV.
We got a top quality show for you tonight. Fabulous. You guys are fantastic.
See you, Jimmy.
Feel the late night love.
I really like him. Can I go now?
No.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, new weeknights on ABC.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down. We were starting a business from the ground up. People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Get employee pricing plus 1.9% and $4,500 bonus cash on a 2024 Ford F-150 STX. Only at your local Ford dealer.
After a car wreck, the longer you wait, the harder it can be to get what you deserve. Don't let big insurance get ahead of you.
Our team acts quickly to handle everything for you.
After my recent accident, I knew I needed help. So I called Craig Swap and Associates. They really fought for me and treated me fairly every step of the way.
Don't wait. Call Craig Swap and Associates today and let us handle it for you. One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Spokane's hottest music.
Break me from so done with you, girl. Popping, man, I feel just like a rock star.
Hot 96.9. 4 News Now is brought to you by Numerica Credit Union.
Well, as summer approaches, we may be spending more time in movie theaters. And if you happen to visit an AMC theater, you should know about a new change they're making. Starting next month, all AMC theaters will be showing more advertisements before their movies. On average, these ads will be 20 to 30 minutes long and air during the pre-show. AMC says the addition of these ads are an attempt to bring in more money to the company without having to raise your ticket prices. All right.
To just adjust the time you show up at the...
Most likely, we'll see.
We like ads, though. Don't get me wrong. On TV, they're great.
All right, with the temperatures we've been having lately, a movie isn't the worst way to beat the heat.
No, actually, it would be a great spot to be. 4 things to know about your weather. We will be cooling into the weekend, but temperatures remain above average. Breezy conditions in the afternoon. Not windy, but a nice breeze in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene to help cool you down. Unfortunately, any sort of movement in the air can help drive wildfires. Spotty mountain storms, and I'll show you where those are coming from. Taking a look at our satellite and radar, I'm zoomed out a little bit. There's Spokane, Seattle, Great Falls. We're seeing these clouds and some showers and thunderstorms streaming up from the south, but they are moving to the north and east, and they're just brushing us with some clouds. Made for a beautiful sunset tonight. Tomorrow, we'll see a little more of that moisture. I'm starting this off at 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. A little more of that moisture, bringing the chance of some showers and isolated thunderstorms in the southern panhandle, as well as up along the Canadian border and into western Montana. What that means for most of the inland northwest will just be an increase in clouds. We'll be in and out of the clouds a little bit on Wednesday with that flow of moisture off to the east. Our winds are going to be picking up tomorrow once again in the afternoon, with the strongest winds coming through the Cascade Gaps, Wenatchee, Moses Lake, Grand Coulee, right in that area. And that is the area where we have our red flag warning for tomorrow. The combination of the hot, dry conditions, it is hotter in the western basin, as well as those gusty winds, have firefighters on heightened alert in that area. That said, fire weather a concern across the entire region with the hot, dry weather that we have had. Our high temperature trend over the next 7 days, this white line right here is our average high, which is in the lower 70s now. We'll be in the mid 70s by this time next week. We, however, will be in the 80s for the next couple of days. Our cooling trend bottoms out Friday and Saturday at 77 degrees. And then we start to moderate a little bit somewhere in the upper 70s and lower 80s for the second half of the weekend and into early next week. There are some hints that we'll have cooler weather beyond the 7-day forecast, but nothing concrete as of yet. Your planning forecast will be, again, in and out of the clouds Wednesday and Thursday with that stream of moisture coming up from the south. Mostly sunny Friday and Saturday with those nice, comfy 70s. The weekend, the second half into early next week, we bring in a slight chance of showers, but we're going to keep a close eye on this. If the kids have last day of school, field days, or other outdoor activities, don't bring them inside just yet, because that is going to be a work in progress, that chance of showers. Right now, it's just a slight chance, Derek.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it. Spokane County Prosecuting Attorney Larry Haskell announced today that he's retiring this summer. Haskell was first elected in November of 2014 and re-elected for a third term in November of 2022. He'll officially retire on July 18th, and the Spokane County Republican Party will have 60 days from Haskell's last day to appoint a new prosecuting attorney. That person will serve the rest of Haskell's term, which is expected to end in December of 2026. An election will be held in November of that year to appoint a new prosecuting attorney who will take office in January of 2027. The Latah County Jail will become a court holding and booking facility starting no later than October 1st. The over 50-year-old jail has faced ongoing safety issues that would cost $13 million to fix, but that would only extend the jail's life by 10 years. A new facility would cost about that same amount. Inmates will be transferred to Nez Perce County Jail after hours under a pending contract. Sheriff Richard Skiles is working with county commissioners to develop a long-term plan and to secure funding for a new jail facility. In Los Angeles tonight, protests over immigration raids continue. The mayor of LA issuing an overnight curfew today due to dozens of businesses being looted last night. ABC's Melissa Adon is in LA with the latest.
Day 5 of immigration protests saw demonstrators blocking the busy 101 freeway in downtown LA just at the start of the evening rush hour. We watched from overhead.
Just moments ago, essentially what we've been seeing is that we saw police officers and CHP blocking this area. All of these people are trapped off of the 101 on both sides of the freeway because protesters right now have taken the 101.
Los Angeles police seen taking people into custody. This all culminating the same day that 700 active duty Marines were sent into the area. The Marines joining the now 4,000 members of the California National Guard activated by the president, not the governor. The president defending his decision after returning for a trip to Fort Bragg.
If we didn't get involved,
Los Angeles would be burning down right now, just like the houses burned down.
There are now more U.S. troops deployed to Los Angeles than in Iraq and Syria. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth on Capitol Hill with DoD leaders saying the mission will go on for the next 60 days, costing $134 million.
Why are you sending war fighters to cities to interact with civilians?
Every American citizen deserves to live in a community that's safe, and ICE agents need to be able to do their job. They're being attacked for doing their job, which is deporting illegal criminals.
And in the latest round of his feud with President Trump, late today, Governor Gavin Newsom pushing back.
This brazen abuse of power by a sitting president inflamed a combustible situation, putting our people, our officers, and even our National Guard at risk.
Meanwhile, across the country in Chicago tonight, anti-ICE protests breaking out following the immigration raids here in Los Angeles. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
In News for Your Health tonight, it's being reported that up to 95% of teens ages 13 to 17 use at least one social media platform, with a third of them saying they use social media almost constantly. But experts say this could be harmful to their mental health, saying they could be experiencing digital distress. CNN's Mandy Gaither has the warning signs for digital distress and what parents can do to help their kids.
From online interactions to social media scrolls, these days it can be hard to get away from technology, and it can take a toll on youth.
Really, in the last 10 to 15 years, I have seen more and more digital screen distress.
Dr. Jennifer Zumaraga with El Camino Health describes digital distress as a combination of excessive screen use and a negative impact on mental health. She says it can lead to anxiety or depression. Warning signs can include irritability, isolation, withdrawal, hopelessness, aggression, and in extreme cases, she says some will have suicidal thoughts or self-harm behaviors.
I think the biggest thing is really the basis is communication and trying to find out what the kids are seeing, the content of what they're looking at, as well as the amount of screen time that they are using.
Zumaraga says excessive screen time can interfere with nutrition, activity levels, and sleep. It can also impact focus and attention, with some teens having a difficult time setting boundaries for themselves to get off their screens. That's why she suggests parents set up a digital plan. It includes screen limits and coming up with activities to replace the time usually spent on a device. She says getting outdoors or meeting up with other families can help encourage connection. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The United Nations is now reporting millions of people worldwide believe they can't have the number of children they want due to a fertility crisis. The UN did a survey of 14 countries with market research firm YouGov and found nearly a fifth of adults say they believe they won't be able to have as many kids as they want. The biggest reason why was because of unemployment and job security issues. Another reason cited was unaffordable housing. Well, Schweitzer Mountain Resort is opening for its summer season this weekend. We'll tell you what's planned next on Nightside.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. Is it time to update your living spaces? Don't overspend at the big box store. Come see us at Consign Furniture and browse the largest selection of like-new consignment furniture in Liberty Lake. Visit us online or stop by today. Consign Furniture. It's the smart way to buy.
When you call the advocates, you'll see right away. We don't fiddle around.
We don't waste time.
Don't dilly-dally.
We don't burn daylight.
Because this isn't our first rodeo.
Or a second.
We know the ropes.
Ben's the dance.
We've been down this road.
We know the score.
We've been there.
Got the t-shirt.
Done it all?
Seen it all.
Which means the advocates is the place to call for your injury case. We'll fight to get you the most.
And don't dilly-dally.
Don't start that again. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Summer is here in the Pacific Northwest, and it's set to be a scorcher. But why suffer through another season of sweltering heat and box fans? Call the experts at Bill's Heating and AC. With a lowest price guarantee, free second opinions, and a warehouse full of top quality equipment, we're ready to make your summer comfortable without breaking the bank. Technicians are on standby. Call for your free quote today.
Style,
or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,300 in average finance savings. We are professional grade.
Spring is in the air. If you're considering updating your living spaces, let our team do all the heavy lifting. We will pick up and sell your like-new consignment furniture.
Consign Furniture. It's the easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mamma Mia. Tickets on sale at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Well, it may not be ski season anymore, but Schweitzer Mountain Resort is ready to open for its summer season this Friday. People will be able to enjoy mountain biking, hiking, and other outdoor activities. Schweitzer will host a community day this Saturday following the opening, where there will be music, chairlift rides will be discounted, and amenities like the climbing wall and trampoline jumper will be in full swing. Schweitzer will operate its summer season through Labor Day. And if you're a teen summer or looking for something to do this summer, the Isaac Foundation's Trek program in Spokane is looking for volunteers. Volunteering with Trek allows teens to mentor youth with autism or developmental delays. It's 16 hours a week, Monday through Thursday, with no weekend commitment. There's also free food. You can sign up for as many weeks as you want, and you can find the link on KXLY.com. And now for our trending stories of the day and our story tracker. In at number 5, a man dies in a crash on Highway 291 near 9 Mile Falls. At 4, downtown businesses urge the mayor to alter proposed ordinances meant to address homelessness in Spokane. At number 3, extremely egregious crimes. Newport man charged with killing a man and chaining a woman up in a motorhome. 2, Wenatchee mother's restraining order reveals Travis Decker's escalating behavior. And at number 1, a Lewiston teen crushed by a boulder while camping over the weekend. You can find each of these stories at KXLY.com. All right, the Mariners were looking to avoid their 7th loss in their last 8 games tonight in Arizona. But would it be enough to beat the D-backs? Find out after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
I pledge allegiance to what I believe in.
Something special is going on with these patients.
I ain't getting younger, but I'm getting better. Got no time to waste, that's another man's treasure. They say every dog has his day. These are the days.
We've got a thunder avalanche here in game 2. The NBA Finals are tied at 1 game apiece.
The NBA Finals, Thunder, Pacers, Game 3 on ABC.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks. Toyota has the best resale value of all brands according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, you won't want to miss this exclusive offer. Deal ends June 13th.
To me, Harlem is home. But home is also your body.
Last one, everyone.
I asked myself, why doesn't Pilates exist in Harlem? So I started my own studio. Getting a brick and mortar in New York is not easy. Chase Inc. has supported us from Studio 1 to Studio 3. When you start small, you need some big help, and Chase Inc. was that for me.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
AAA asked me if I would change my name from Sir Mix-a-Lot to Sir Mix-a-Lot. I said, why not? I'm more than a rapper, and they're more than just towing. All right, I'll change my name. Mix, ay, 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 mix, ay, ay, ay. When I say mix.
All right, welcome back to Nightside. Let's talk a little sports, shall we? After giving up a walk-off grand slam last night, the Mariners were looking to prove they're not snake-bit in Game 2 against the Diamondbacks. Logan Evans back up from Tacoma, but he didn't have his best outing tonight. It's already 2-0 D-backs when Lourdes Gurriel Jr. takes Evans deep to left field. The solo shot, his 10th of the year, makes it 3-zip home team. Now 4-0 in the top of the 6th for Randy Arozarena, who sends one way back into the cheap seats for a solo home run of his own. That's his 8th of the year, and boy, would the M's love to see his bat start to heat up. Rowdy Tellez is the very next batter, and the big fella makes it back-to-back jacks as this lands above the pool out there in center field. 10th of the year for Tellez makes it a 4-2 ball game, but the M's would get no closer. With 2 men on, Gabriel Moreno tattoos a 3-run shot off of Trent Thornton to blow the game wide open. The Mariners lose for the 7th time in 8 games, falling back to 500 on the season with a 10-3 loss. They'll try to avoid the sweep tomorrow afternoon. First pitch at 12:40. The Spokane Indians kicked off a 6-game series in Vancouver tonight with a 5-1 loss to the Canadians. Charlie Condon had 4 hits for Spokane, while Skylar Messenger hit his 7th home run of the season. The Indians are now also 500 on the season. And we want to remind you that ABC is the home of the NBA Finals, and that means there are some schedule changes you need to know about. Tomorrow, you can catch a special edition of 4 News Now starting at 4 o'clock. Then it's Game 3 between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers, with coverage beginning at 5 o'clock. After the game, at about 8:30, stay tuned for another edition of a special edition of 4 News Now and our Nightside newscast at 11 o'clock, like usual.
All across America. Good morning. Good morning. Wherever we are, it feels like home. Man, it's good to be home. GMA, it's an invitation to come together and brighten your morning.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Great philosopher Socrates once said, "To find yourself, think for yourself." Great philosopher Arby's once said, "Here's some Greek euros, 2 for $7. Arby's, we have the meats.
I hope for people that choose to watch my forecast on Good Morning Northwest is as you're making your plans for the day, you know what's coming up for your day and how to plan it, and that you have a little bit of fun on the way.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival, presented by the Kalispel Tribe of Indians, returns to Pend Oreille County June 14th and 15th. From Sasquatch-themed crafts to Bigfoot merchandise, a 5K fun run, and food vendors from across the region, this event is guaranteed to leave you amazed and entertained. Get your tickets to hear from the country's foremost experts about their Bigfoot sightings and fieldwork both Saturday and Sunday. The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival. For tickets and information, go to mfbigfoot.com.
It's hard saying goodbye to your car, so AutoNation makes it easy to say hello to your next one. Shop over 25,000 used vehicles now at AutoNation.com. Plus, we'll buy your car and pay you the same day. Visit AutoNation today.
Don't worry, it's just me. It's Chad from the Easy Home Buyer.
Selling your home doesn't have to be scary. At the Easy Home Buyer, we make it simple, fast, and hassle-free, so you can focus on your next chapter.
When Arby's says euros, you say 2 for $7. Euros. 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 Louder. Arby's, we have the meats.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
If we were voting, I would vote Friday and Saturday as the nicest days of the 7-day forecast. But oh, if it could only rain. I am really holding out hope for Monday and Tuesday because We need more than a 30% chance. We need a several-day-long deluge to make up for last time.
A little summer soak. Never heard of anybody,
yes.
right? I was going to say, I think that whole Thursday to Monday stretch there all looks pretty good.
Not bad. You're right.
All right, hey, wanted to mention, we talked about Spokane Public Schools being done a week from today. Liberty School District down in Spangle got out today, so happy summer break to all the Lancers out there. Freeman and Post Falls are tomorrow. Coeur d'Alene, Gonzaga Prep, East Valley, West Valley, and Cheney are all out on Friday. And then it's Spokane and CV all on Tuesday of next week. So
bummer for them.
Summer break is just about here. I know. 5 days left for those SPS kids. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you tomorrow.